I just got out of bed for episode 11. I haven't done my hair or brushed my teeth or anything. I mean, I like y'all, but I'm not putting on makeup for you. I just watched, or no, I just looked at the freaking a preview screen for Paramount Plus. It basically showed the one challenge where you gotta like keep your head above the water while you're still like holding on to a grate, the jigsaw looking challenge or whatever. Won't that be fun? Um, I only did catch a brief glimpse of what was happening in the very beginning. I guess apparently Carolyn makes up with Yam Jam. I'll see how much water that holds because for some reason they remind everyone that she has an idol, which means it might come into play for the Tribal Council. Let's see what happens. The theme of this season should be Survivor Paranoia, because I swear they stress the paranoia of these players more than any other season, it feels like. Because, I mean, like, the way Danny is targeting Yam Jam is very paranoia-like. I guess I can't blame him for that one, ultimately. The way they targeted Heidi as opposed to Danny himself, like, Danny should have gotten more than, like, one vote. It's weird that they targeted Heidi. The way that they don't believe Jamie's story, even though it's 100% true. Though then again, I guess I can't blame them for it. It's just... It's weird that... Because, like, it's like they're trying to pick people who are like underdog picks or something like that. Like season 2 or no, like season 7 of like Big Brother. They're trying to like take floaters who might just get to the end instead of the big threats. Which it's not even like they're trying. It's not even like they're trying to do that. And it's also like they're not even like taking out big threats. No, it's not like they're intentionally taking out big threats. It feels like the one person who's taking out the big threats right now is Danny. Danny, Carson, and Jam Jam are the ones like aiming to take down the big threats, which is why Franny's gone in the first place. So to me, those guys are the ones that are like the front runners. And I don't know if like people are gonna catch on or something like that. You know what I mean? I figured Carolyn would try and turn on those two, but I also didn't figure that she'd like forgive them so fast. So, the main point of all this is that I'm not really sure how strong my winner's pick prediction is because at the end of the day, I did pick people who are more quiet in their game approach. If Danny has his way again and they vote out what looks like Jam Jam at this point, he may be in like the winner's circle. And I'm not really sure what the Tika 3 are voting for because they made it sound like they're just trying to pack on to Heidi. Which isn't working from the looks of it. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we're about to go in the Tribal Council. The targets seem like Tika's gonna vote for Danny, and the other 4 are gonna vote for Carson because Jam Jam won the immunity challenge. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen here because it all plays on whether or not the idols will be used properly. I don't know if Carolyn would use hers on Carson. But maybe, I mean, she's crazy enough to do it, I think. I just don't know if Heidi will use hers on Danny, I feel like she'd keep that to herself. So if anything, my prediction would be that Danny goes home tonight. It's interesting because it's like, this is the most excited I've been about idol play in a while, it seems like. And the only other time I was excited about like using an idol for like some kind of like good intention was on 42. When the winner used it, I don't remember her name unfortunately, but I was like so excited that she pointed out that she was the one who kept the one secret in the game. And in this case, so far, most of the idols have been used to like protect other players, to protect numbers. And I've always wanted to see that in like its full capacity. It's not just to save you, even though it most of the time should be used to save you. So in this case, it would be cool if Carolyn did what Danny did, And with a big risk that Danny did that, and that's probably how he keeps control. He makes people believe in him. So I'd like to see Carolyn do the same with Carson. I mean, at this point, she's going to have to because, I mean, it's not like she can like survive a couple more votes like with that idol, but I think her path to the end game so far, the best way to do it is to keep Carson and Jam Jam alive because if anything, well, I don't actually know now that I think about it because if she uses the idol, she's just going to be the big target and maybe Carson like floats behind her as opposed to what she's been doing to Carson and Jam Jam. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't like math that out right in front of you or anything like that. Either way, though, I do think like one of her biggest efforts comes from saving Carson with her idol. If anything, they may still target Carson because he's won immunity. He's good at puzzles. She hasn't really won too much challenges or anything yet. So if anything, they may try to take him out first. Tribal Council's over with. I was right. Danny was voted out, and I was also right about what happens next. Is apparently everyone's going to see Carolyn and now view her as a big target after she did that move. I could see ways of her getting out of it, but in order for her to get out of it, I think she basically has to become the villain at this point. You know, has to like make itself go rogue so that people take it to the end because they think people hate her. Which I mean, I don't know if she'd get Lauren's vote if she was on the tribal council, but at the same time, she's still a big threat because she definitely got Danny's vote after something like that. And you know she's got the favor of the jury when you see the reactions and stuff like that. I imagine that's very hard to ignore. I don't understand why both Carson and Jam keep thinking that they can now just control the game. They still have to get past the 3-3 vote. You know what I mean? Which it seems like Jam's thinking about because it makes it seem like Jam wants to turn on Carolyn, which he may do to avoid the rock drop. You know what I mean? I could see Jam doing it. And even then, if it's for Carolyn thinking of betraying Carson and Jam, I can also see that happening because, like I said, I think she has to become the villain at this point in order to make it to the final three, which greatly affects my winner prediction. I don't know if Carolyn would still be considered in my final three. I think I currently have it as Lauren, Jamie, and Carolyn. But because of that move, it really only helps to serve Carson and Jam, unfortunately. Because, yeah, Carolyn can take credit for Danny being voted out, but that's the reason why she'd be voted out next. So I think my new ones would be Lauren, Jamie, and Heidi. Because I still think that if Carolyn goes home, there's no way in hell they're going to keep Carson and Jam. They've been targeting them the whole game, so I think those three left over will be the final three. Those are going to be my new predictions. Speaking of Jam, I like the way he like came into Tribal Council. He's like going in there like with swag, pointing at his immunity necklace, like, "Hey, look at this! You see this right here? I won that." You know what I mean? I'm very eager to show that one off. I'm excited to see where episode 12 is going to go. What I think what's going to happen next is that it's going to be episode 12 and then episode 13 is going to be the finale, unless there's some weird thing where it's like a final two again for some reason. But I don't think that'll happen. I think it will be a final three. But anyway, that was episode 11. I had fun with it. Good episode, in my opinion. I look forward to episode 12.